Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Dying Light 2 Stay Human Reloaded Edition Guns Update. Yeah, I know, long title. But the game got updated very recently, and now it's called Reloaded Edition. So there's no guns in the game, and there has been some visual improvements that are very minor on the PC version. So let's see how this affects the Steam Deck performance, shall we? Good news first, the game can still hit 40s if we tweak it properly, so 800p, balanced FSR2 just like before. But now, as you can see, always you can do DX11 or 12, but this time around the game doesn't have the DX12 non-ultimate version like it had in the past, and this one affects performance more. Still, DX11 is CPU limited, and DX12, at least for me, was better on overall performance when hitting a higher frame rate. The only thing I had to do was lower a couple settings. So sun shadows instead of low are on very low, contact shadows stay on low, all these. Then post-processing on high, and that's basically it. The game still looks great with this configuration. I just lowered also the LUT range multiplier. So we're not using ray tracing, we're using asynchronous compute. Ray tracing features are disabled, and there's also a color grading option. I recommend you use Haran Sunset, looks a lot like Dying Light 1. And again, the target here will be first 40 FPS, but I'll show you unlock frame rates. So you'll notice slightly worse performance, that's why I needed to do cinema this. I need to do some more adjustments. And now as you can see there is guns, like in the original. Took them long enough. And there's also free DLC. So again, this update is completely free. If you own Dying Light 2, you can get the new DLC mission, you can have access to guns. And the guns are significantly better than Dying Light 1. Jesus. So yeah. Also there is quality of life improvements. But there's too many to list in this video. There's a video in the description that shows you what has been changed in the Reloaded edition. But one of the things that bothers me is that they removed the non-ultimate DX12. But hey, we can still do that 40 FPS target. 60, you need to lower the resolution too much. Bandit caught? No, bandit destroyed. But again, guns don't make the game significantly different. They're super noisy, so zombies will come for you very quickly. But I like the animations. The animations are so much better than the original game. In the original game, the animation for the guns, in my opinion at least, is dreadful. And again, there are still melee weapons like before. Oh yeah. Oof, and the gore. Delicious. And I'm a bad person, I attack friendlies. So yeah, I think they did a great job with this update. With all the new stuff, the free DLC, and now guns finally inside Dying Light 2. I still think that the movement is a little bit too floaty for my liking. It feels less grounded than Dying Light 1. Dying Light 1, I don't know. I think that the physics of jumping around and how the enemies behave are significantly better, but that's my opinion, of course. So yeah, you can get 40s. So I'll show you handheld mode, and then we're going to target 30s as well. Let me shoot these guys first. Funny. I couldn't do that before. So good on them for backtracking on the excuse that The military ran out of ammo, so there's no guns. They took them all. Yeah, that was BS. As you can see, there could be guns in the game. And it's nice to see they're still updating it. So let's jump into handheld. So it's more interesting. So the refresh rate now matches the frame rate. And we should be at 40s basically 90% of the time. That 10% of the time that I'm implying is when there's reflections plus the enemies attacking you. And again, this gun thing is completely optional. If you don't like guns in games like these, well, that's not an issue. I personally think it's a great addition to the game. Matches the original more closely. And I'm a very high level in the game. I have basically everything unlocked. And I'm still not fantastic at the game, like at all. But that's fine. I'm just here to show you performance. Come on, run, Aiden. Jesus Christ. I wish I could climb the rope. But as you can see, it's 40 FPS. Looks pretty good on the smaller screen. And yeah. This is how I recommend you play the game, actually. It looks pretty similar to high settings. Low versus high, I mean, you can notice. But again, it's not a... Considering the performance difference, I don't think it's worth going there. 40s just feels that much smoother. And this is one of those games that, considering you're running around, you're moving a lot, you're doing combat, I think that 40s is a necessity. But that's just my opinion. I don't think we should target 30 on this one. If you want to target 30, it's pretty easy. Just put everything on high, no, not everything on high. Keep it the same settings, but instead of FSR, use native resolution. But FSR2 in this game looks pretty good. So again, I would recommend you stick to this and enjoy the game as is. Kill humans! Okay, let's call in more zombies. But what you're winning by increasing the settings is draw distance of shadows. Well, how good the shadows are as well. But for the smaller screen, again, it's completely fine. Great looking game still. And if you want to add the extra charm of the original game, at least in my opinion, that looks good, is changing the color grading to Haran Sunset. This will make it look more like Dying Light 1. That more of a yellow brownish palette. If you don't like that, just keep it on normal, it's more colorful. But I don't know, this I think they did a great job with this color grading option. It makes it closer to that older game in the franchise. There's also other grittier options that are more gray and desaturated. But I think those are too exaggerated, personally. And I'm here to show you performance and the guns updates. So yeah, I think I showed you enough. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did revisiting Dying Light 2. It now feels more like Dying Light 1, now it has guns as well. I still think it's too floaty when it comes to movement. Oof. But I think it's a great addition, plus you get free story DLC with this update. So if you're interested in checking it out, please do. There's a link in the comments for that. And thanks to Techland once again for providing a code of the game. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys, thanks for watching.